Hello, welcome to Tomorrow Again. I want to talk to you guys about. Have you guys ever heard of a mimic? It's an entity, and I believe it's active entity that can, well, just like the name says, it can shift into anything, an inanimate object, a sound. Well, I have a story time for you. I'll be right. A friend of mine's house is being invaded by mimics. Her entire family has encountered them. So I decided to try to help her out. I bought some smudging sage. I hope it's okay. I hope it's okay for me to use to smudge her house, or maybe she can smudge her own house. And I understand the act of smudging stems from Native American culture. And I don't want to do anything or, be involved in something that might be insulting to someone else. So my intention is not that. My intention is to help my friend. Story time. I changed my shirt. I put lipstick on. It's been a couple hours since my first intro. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about mimics. A mimic is an entity or a force or energy that imitates a sound, a voice, a presence, an inanimate object. A lot of times with an EVP, you'll get mimic activity over an EVP, and it can be confusing. Let me tell you my first experience with mimics. Story time. I was probably in my my late 40s, early 50s, and I had been into metaphysics, mystic stuff for years, really my entire life. I'd never run across a mimic. I never really knew what it was. But once those things start coming out, they are like roaches or mice or any other sort of pests. They don't know when to stop. In my case, I saw a little boy, and I think I may have told this story before. I know it was a little boy, even though he was basically a shadow, which some people will consider that a shadow person. He was a shadow, and at first I thought he was one of my sons. And as I said, they were little. So this was a little boy. It looked like he was maybe about 7 or 8 years old. And he was running toward me. We had all the lights out. We were watching television. And I saw him running in my direction. And I almost said, well, why are you up? Thinking it was my son. But in fact, it stopped and it looked at me. It didn't have any facial features, nothing. But yet I know it looked at me. If you can imagine a chalkboard with just blank, just slate, that's what it looked like. And he stopped, he looked at me, and he reached down to pick something up. And then he sort of stood up, and as he stood up, he turned into tiny pixels. Tiny, teeny, tiny squares. That's what he turned into. And as he rose up from picking something up, he just sort of disappeared like that. And I've never forgotten that. And right now, I don't really know if it was a mimic or if it was a shadow person, but my daughter was sitting right next to me when I saw this, and I said, did you see that? As while I was saying that, it was disappearing. And I think my life's mission is to discover what the heck these things are. They're very realistic, very real. And I don't like it when people dismiss everything as demonic. Oh, those are demons. Oh, there's no way of knowing exactly what they are. There's no activity around it. They're just appearing, or you hear them, or you smell them. They're attached to your senses. And I've come to find out that they can draw energy from the atmosphere that they're in. Like if they're in your room, or if they're in my case, when I heard a mimic, it sounded exactly like me. That's why I kind of almost dismissed it. This is another story. I was doing an EVP. Several times this has happened. And the voice on the recording, it was my voice. I know it was. So they'll take the sound that you put out into the atmosphere or into a room, and they'll snatch that sound and use it. It's creepy. It's weird. And I'm going to state my intentions on making this video. That's very important. My intention is to learn, to get an understanding, to share ideas, to share experiences. If there's any of you guys that have had any experience with a mimic, a gobbledanger, I'm sorry, a doppelganger, what is it, doppelganger? Anything like that, just let me know in the comments what your experiences were. What do you think these entities are about? What do you think the purpose is? Do you think that they are bad energy or good energy? I went into a metaphysics store today, and the clerk explained to me that, I guess in his opinion or his understanding, that a mimic is like a doppelganger, and it will be the opposite of who you are. It'll be your negative side or your positive side if you're a negative person. And I thought, that's interesting. I never thought about it that way. I don't like to add a lot of magic into circumstances. I don't necessarily ascribe to magic. I do know that there's things in this world that we just don't have the answers to yet. We will, but we don't right now. I've seen so many just unbelievable things in my lifetime, and I want the answers. I want to know. I feel like I have the right to know. And I don't want to constantly hear, oh, it's this or it's that. That to me sounds very dismissive. Let's figure out what it is. I just had to share that, get that off my chest. As I said, if you've had any experiences with mimics, doppelgangers, anything strange, shadow people, let me know. And also let me know what videos you'd like for me to talk about, what subjects you'd like for me to talk about, what videos do you want me to make. If you're new to this channel, this is a channel about metaphysics, the occult, the strange things that happen around us and we don't know the answers to, whether it's ghosts, mimics, shadow people, shapeshifters, all that stuff is what we talk about here. So yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words. Oh, I want to tell you something else. You see this pendant I have? I don't know if you can see it. It's the evil eye. It's blue with like a black inner circle. A lot of times people look at that and think, oh, you're a devil worshiper. No, I'm not a devil worshiper. I wear this. It's symbolic of warding off negative energy. Stay away. I'm only about the positive. And I feel like as long as you're positive, you cannot go wrong. I don't know if you can get a close-up of this evil eye. It wards off evil or bad intentions and stuff like that. This is tomorrow again. Oh, if you would like a reading, or if you would like any type of advice or just different opinions and things that you want to get off your chest about metaphysics, or how you can use metaphysics to make your life more positive, better. Everything that I'm about is positivity. Everything. I put that out there first. Not perfect, but I aim to be positive. I think you can't lose with that recipe. Let's try to stay positive no matter what. No matter what. Life will always be lifing. It's how we react to the lifing that determines our survival, our happiness. Sometimes you might have to back off a little bit, go to the base of who you are, and gather strength from yourself. Gather strength, believe in yourself, invest in yourself. And the more that you do that, the better life gets. That way, when the hard stuff comes hitting at you, you'll be ready. You'll have a anchor, a good root. A good root beats unsteady gait every time. And there's someone out there that might need these encouraging words. Doctors are trained, but they're people. They're trained to diagnose, to treat, to prescribe. They mean well, but the last word has to come from you. And once again, if you have that strong root, that strong base in your life, you can beat anything. You can beat anything. Believe that. Believe it. This is Tomorrow again, wishing you the best of the best.